Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm gonna be doing lovely Mimi's nails. You guys are so lucky I had my phone charged because I was like, yes girl, let's roll the camera. I haven't done a short tutorial in a while, so today we're gonna be doing some red bottom nails. Red and black nails is the color for today. Mimi decided she wanted red and black. I was so surprised because I was like, girl, red and black. You know, normally people do black towards New Year's. It's Thanksgiving. So I was thinking she was going to do something like folly, you know. But to be honest, I don't think I have ever done her a fall design. So I should not be that shocked. Today, the nail tips that I'm using are our new 3XL stiletto tips. As you guys can see, they're long as fuck, girl. Just the way we like it. And I already went ahead and prepped the nails. I'm just applying this beautiful red gel polish. It's part of the Christmas collection on the full tip. I have actually not done this in a very long time. Like the red bottoms, I think I've only done them like once, but it was like as a beginner. And I don't think I had gel before. I did them with acrylic and I was kind of nervous. I was like, ooh, girl. When I did them, my red turned freaking burgundy when I applied the black. So I was kind of nervous. I was like, are you sure? What if I just do them? I was like, what if I just do them nude, you know, and then I paint them black? But she's like, no, you could just put acrylic. I don't think nothing will happen. I was like, okay. Okay, better for me because I kind of suck at painting as well, you know, but I don't know. I just felt like I would feel a little comfortable if I just painted them black so that way I could snatch them to the nail guns. But she was like, I don't want them super sharp either because Stretch does not like stiletto nails because she be poking him. So I was like, okay, that's even better, honey. So I did go ahead and make them a tad bit sharper, just a little bit, so that when I do apply the black acrylic as I'm doing right now, and then of course I'm gonna encapsulate them just a tad bit to give them the strength, because like I've told you guys a lot in the past, color acrylic and glitter acrylics are not as strong as clear or like nude cover colors. And so even if you try to build a nail with just color, it's not as strong. I'm not saying you can't, you shouldn't do it, but for this length, I would not trust it, you know? They will break super easy if I just do the whole thickness with the color. And so I was like, fuck, I want to make them as skinny as I can without the red peeking out, which you guys could see here in the end. I was like, damn it, you freaking red, why you peeking through? So I was like, let me add a little bit more. Because it's gel polish, it's really like slippery. And so what I should have done was apply clear acrylic at the whole tip. So you guys will see a little bit of crystallization going on by the red gel. Is because after I put the nail prep and all of that, I went ahead and put a little bit of a clear layer of acrylic to cover up the natural nail, and a little bit to the red. Like when I blended it down, whatever got the red, that's what's there. And because gel polish is on the nail, it's taking a little bit longer for it to dry, so that's when it starts to crystallize. So if you guys ever see little sparkly bubbles like that, it's crystallization. And it doesn't really matter that it's there because it's gonna get covered in a second with color acrylic. This is actually a real speed application. I decided to record a little bit of the nail set, like maybe 1 or 2 fingers, so you guys can see the acrylic application. I mean, if you guys already watch me on my lives, you guys already know how slow I really am, but I just feel that it's okay to be slow. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to just show you guys the real speed. If you guys want to see me go a little bit faster, then you guys can see my sped up videos that are normally in my shorts, the 3-minute ones. But today I was like, no, we're going to do a 25-minute video. And I'm not going to try to speed nothing up because we need the whole 25 minutes today. So make sure that if you guys are here and you're enjoying this video, subscribe to my channel, hit the little like button, leave me a comment, and please hype up the video as well so that some other people can find this little video. The brush that I'm using today is actually a size 16, just in case you guys are wondering. And the color is Black Hole. This is our number one seller in the fall, the Black Hole, because bitch, everybody and their mama want black nails, and it's super duper pigmented. So normally whenever I start a set, like for example, yesterday when I did Mimi's nails, I obviously had not been doing nails all day, right? So the pinky nail was like a little trial. I was like, girl, this nail is not coming out right. So I was like, let's do a second nail. That's why I decided to include a second nail. And the application is coming out way better on this middle finger. So you guys can see I use multiple beads. I love to use as many beads as I can. But lately, I've been trying to do bigger beads because I've been scared of big beads for a very long time. But you know what? Maybe that's the reason why I go slower. So I have noticed that when I do my larger beads, especially on longer nails, I do go a little bit faster, not to like 1 hour a full set fast, but faster than usual. And then also, I feel like the nails come out smoother. So you guys haven't tried bigger beads, I highly recommend to give them a try, and you guys will see they just come out smoother than doing like a bunch of little ones, because then they're a little bit patchy. So just in case you guys have not heard, we are going to be dropping our mystery boxes on November 17th at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I have not been live for a whole week already. Well, it feels like a whole week. I went live on Monday here on YouTube, but other than that, I haven't been live again. And so I'm just going to take the time to let you guys know. So if you guys wanted to participate in the mystery boxes this year, we did not have them last year, but we did have them the years before. I did just make a sneak peek little video of sample of a large box. You guys can totally check that out here on YouTube Shorts, on TikTok, on Instagram, wherever it is that you're watching. And they will be available until supplies last. So we will be having 3 different boxes. The small box is going to be $150 with a $200 value. The medium box is going to be $300 for with a $400 value. I think I said earlier 450. So it's $400 value. And the $500 one is $750 value. So that one is the better value, okay? Make sure to grab yours. Tell your Santa or whoever, if your birthday's coming up, or just yourself if you've been wanting to collect some Zulay products. This is the best way to save some coin. And if you guys don't want a mystery box because you're like, no, girl, I know exactly what I want. I'm trying to get some acrylics, I'm trying to get some gels, or I'm trying to get XYZ, whatever. We're also going to be having a acrylic bundle. We're bringing it back from a couple years ago, where it's going to be 50 acrylics. You'll have the option to get them all solid, all glitters, or mix. And those are going to be $500 for 50 acrylics. I don't remember what the math is, but I think it's like, I don't know, bitch. Pop out your calculator. I forgot already. And then the gels, I think I'm going to do like 50 gels as well, but I'm not sure. Or maybe, I don't know, 30. That I have not calculated yet either. But the information will be up on the website on Sunday. Okay? Again, all of this is going to be limited time until supplies last. So set your calendars if you guys are interested. And I did go ahead and do all the nails black except the ring finger. That's the only one that we're gonna be doing gold, which I was struggling because I could still see the fucking red, and I was like, you know what, it doesn't really matter because I'm gonna be blinging it out. And this one is, like I said, is gonna be bling bling Mimi was like, I want black and like one nail bling. I was like, okay, girl, you already know we love the bling. And I did encapsulate them all, as you can see the little side view. What I really like about these nail tips is that they're kind of like C-curvy. So they have like a natural little curve, and they already look kind of thick, but they're not that thick. So just be mindful if you guys are using these. They're going to look a little thick, but you need to put a little bit more acrylic because you don't want your client's nails to break. But because they're kind of curvy, the curve, the pinch, or whatever the fuck, it's like a little strength. So they don't break as easily, is what I wanted to say. So you don't have to put too much acrylics, but just enough. And so right here, I'm just filing the nails to give them the pretty little shape. I feel like whenever I do this style, like any type of C-curve, I feel like my filing is so much easier. I don't have to do too much work because the application is just really smooth. Um, and I don't know, I just really enjoy the curve. I just don't like it for myself sometimes because I feel like I kind of function, especially if I do like square or coffin. If the C curve is too like tight, I can't function. Anybody else like that, or is it just me that I'm a fucking weirdo? But stilettos, girl, I could totally function. I was low key kind of scared. I was like, oh my God, girl, what if these nails are too long? Like my fucking arm hurts. But after I did these on Mimi, I was like, no, they're not that fucking long. They actually do not feel too long because these are just a tad bit longer than our regular 3XL. Since they're stilettos, they gotta be a tad bit. Just the tip longer, just the tip. So after shaping them a little bit on the sides, I was trying to be super duper careful that I did not remove any of the black acrylic because I didn't want to expose the red bottoms. That was like my fear originally. I was like, oh my God, girl, I'm so fucking dumb. I will totally probably file it, but I didn't. I think there was only one nail where you could see it just a little bit, but it wasn't like that big of a deal. I'm just going to use my extra fine drill bit and remove all those scratches and also seal in the cuticle. You guys can find everything that I'm using today on my website. I'm going to be putting it in the description. So if you guys want to go shop, you guys can. I'm going to be applying a LV charm on the middle finger because Mimi really likes the flower that I do with this one. And she was like, I'll do the little heart. And I was like, okay, because we do have it available in a heart and a circle. We only have a few left of these designer quilts. So make sure to grab them while they're hot. And I apply a little bit of bling adhesive to the center where I'm going to put it because, bitch, that shit ain't going to go fucking nowhere. And I always like to put a little bit of bling with my flowers because why the fuck not? I'm using some golden shadow crystals. The center diamond, I believe, is a size 20. And the two on the side are a size 12. And I like to put whenever I'm doing a flower, I like to put the center first and then spray some activator so that it dries fully before I start doing the petals. So just keep in mind, if you guys are ever doing any 3D with some flowers, do not touch the glue while it's still wet. That's why I always tell people, you do not need the activator, but I highly recommend it because everybody always be asking, do you need the activator? Do you need the activator? Like the glue will dry on its own. But for cases like this where you need it to be dry, is when you want to whip out that activator because you do not want to ruin that brush, okay? So right here, I'm spraying the activator, and this is just going to instantly dry the glue. So you're not going to get any on your bristles because once you get glue on your bristles, like it's over for your fucking brush. And I originally thought we were going to do a black flower. You know, black on black looks so fucking beautiful and sexy and everything. But she was like, you know what? No, let's do a white flower. And I was like, okay, girl, whatever you like me do for you. So you can never go wrong with a white flower either. That's what we're going to do. I feel like white is the go-to flower. But if you guys want to recreate the set and you want to do black on black, I think that would look super nice as well. I just don't do a gold flower, girl, because that shit's going to look weird. The other day, we did one that was white and gold. and it looked like an egg. It was not cute. It was not it. So this is my ultimate favorite style of flower. I've been doing it for years and years since I started. With different little centers, you can get creative, use different charms if you have any, or bling pieces. And I just like to do one big petal and pull the little fucking bead. My acrylic was actually drying a little too fast because I put some acetone in my monomer, and so that's why you could see it a little see-through through the tip, but it is not that bad, so it's like passable. And then I like to do two little petals on the side. I'm using my 3D brush number 6 for the flowers, and I just like to get the balls as similar as possible and then just press them down until I'm happy. And I repeat the same process to the bottom half. Depending on the nail shape, I would do petals along the sides as well. But because these are stilettos, and if you were to put some petals on the side as well, it can make the nail look fatter. So I was like, I'm just gonna put some bling. So that's what I'm gonna do right now in a little bit. So I'm just gonna put this bead and pull it down. The key to 3D flowers is definitely the dry time. You need to know how fast or slow your acrylics dry, and be patient with them, because some people don't use acetone when they're doing 3D. If you're one of those who just is scared to use acetone because you're like, no, it's gonna dry too fast, you just have to give it some extra time to settle before you place it. Because if you press it down too soon, it's gonna make an indentation, like a little hole, and that just means you're pressing it when it's not ready. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of these nails so far. Would you wear them? Yay or nay? I would totally wear them. I feel like they are super duper like New Year vibes. I don't know. I don't know if it's because of the black and the gold or what, but they were giving me very much New Year's. It's New Year's, girl. You guys can totally do these with Chanel, YSL, Dior, whatever your little heart desires. I just feel like they're super duper elegant, very very elegant. So right here we're gonna go back with a little bit of bling adhesive, and I'm gonna be adding some size 12 crystals on the side, because we need to cover up the side, it looking a little bold right here. And then we're gonna bling out a nail. I cannot believe it took me 4 minutes to bedazzle a nail. I mean, that's actually kind of fast, but it's slow at the same time. I was like, bitch, what the hell? Like when people be like, back in the day, so let me tell you a little story time right now that we're talking about this. I remember a long time ago, I had this girl. She was like, how much would you charge me if I bring my own bling? And then I was like, the same. The same. Because back in the day, I wouldn't really charge a lot, right? For a bling nail. I don't know. I think it was like $5 or something like that. And she was like, but I'm bringing my own bling. I'm like, yeah, but it takes time to put it on, So if you guys ever have a client who's trying to bring their own bling and doesn't expect you to charge them, you need to explain to them, like, just because I'm sticking on the diamonds doesn't mean it's not taking extra time, because it is. I just said right now it took me like a whole 5 minutes. Probably even took me longer. Who the fuck knows? I don't remember. But bling placement is very it's not tedious, but it just takes time because it's like a little Tetris. So as you guys can see here, I like to always start off with my biggest crystals down the middle, and then I'll start filling in the edges. That's how I always do my bling nails. I'll do them symmetrical sometimes or just random, it doesn't matter, but I always start down the middle. And you just have to be very careful not to ruin the shape. So yeah, if you guys ever get somebody who be like, oh, what if I bring my acrylics, what if I bring my own bling, like how much? Like, bitch, it's not the fucking product you're paying for, it's also the skill and the time. So if you don't want to paint and do your own nails, girl, like, not to be fucked up, but it's like, how are you going to go to Starbucks and take your own coffee and cup and be like, how much you gonna charge me? Like, you will not do that. You will not fucking do that. And if you do, you fucking please do not talk to me if you do shit like that. Okay? Like, te pasas de coda, Marta. Te pasas de coda. But anyway, we're gonna be doing some matte nails today. Mimi was like, ooh, we're gonna do matte with some shiny Frenchies. I'm like, ooh, girl, you taking it old school. I have not done this in a long ass time. And back then when I started, this was actually very trendy, but oh, I know it intimidated me so much before. And I was like, girl, at first, I was like, bitch, how the fuck am I gonna do this really good? You know, like my French probably didn't come out all that and a bag of chips, but Mimi was like, it's okay, don't take it that serious. Cause I guess she knows too, like it's kind of hard to see through fucking black. And so I tried my best to make it as straight as possible. I feel like I did a pretty good job. But yeah, again, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you guys haven't already. Give me a thumbs up and a little comment. Leave me a little comment of what are your plans for this weekend. Do you guys have plans? Um, Today's Friday, so this video will be up Saturday. I'm just gonna leave you guys here already because I need to go to have dinner. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and see you guys hopefully next week. Bye.